Hello, my dear students. Today we will be discussing one chapter, that is control and coordination. In this chapter, we will be covering the some 50 multiple choice questions from examination point of view. Right. So let's start without wasting any time. Right. The first question is: all information from our environment is detected by the specialized tips of nerve cells, brain, heart, and nose. Right? What is the answer for this? The nerve cells are responsible for detecting the information from our environment. Right? The receptors like the inner ear, the nose, and tongue will be detected by the nerve cells, and these nerve cells will help in getting the information from the environment. Gustatory receptors will detect the taste, odor, light, and none of the above. The gustatory receptors will detect what? The taste. Next, olfactory receptors will detect taste, odor, light, and none of the above. The answer is they detect odor or smell. Next question is: taste and smell information acquired at the end of the dendrite tip of a nerve cell sets off a chemical reaction that creates an electrical impulse, spark, a sensation, and magnetism. What is the answer for this? Electrical impulse. Right? See, in the examination, this diagram he may not give. Right? This diagram you have to keep it in mind that, see, when the taste and smell information come at the dendrite tape, it sets off some chemical reaction, and this chemical reaction will create one electrical impulse. Right? The next question is: electrical impulse travels from dendrite to the cell body. From this figure we know, from the dash to the dash, and then along the axon to the its end, and axon to its end. Right? What is the answer for this dendrite to cell body? Let's see the option: dendrite and the cell body, dendrite and the nerve ending, dendrite and the axon, cell body and nerve ending. Then guess what is the answer? Yes, it is option A, dendrite and the cell body. At the end of the axon, the electrical impulse sets off the release of some chemicals, vitamins, water, and none of the above. Just I told you, it is the answer: chemicals. Right? The next question is: nervous tissue is made up of an organized network of nerve cells or neurons, nephrons, bronchioles, none of the. What is the answer for this? Yes, it is nerve cells or neurons. We know nephrons we will found in kidney, and bronchioles will found in lungs. Right? Therefore, the answer is nerve cells or neurons. Thinking tissue in our body consists of a dense network of intricately arranged neurons, nephrons, bronchiole, none of the above. Yes, what is the answer? It is neurons. The process of detecting the signal or input and responding to it by an output action might be completed quickly when, if the nerves that detect the heat were to be connected to the nerves that move the muscles in a simpler way. Right? Signals from the point of sensation must go to the brain. And next, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. Right? Option B, right? Signal from the point of sensation must go to the brain. It will take a long time, right? Which is very dangerous from this situation. Right? Option A is very quick. Therefore, the answer is what? A. Right? Such a connection is commonly called as reflex arc. Right? The answer for this ninth question is option A. Next one: constitute the central nervous system is constituted by the brain and the spinal cord, the brain and the skull, brain and heart, none of the above. And the answer for this is the brain and spinal cord. Writing, talking, moving a chair, clapping at the end of the program are examples of, right, the voluntary actions. Involuntary actions, both A and B, and none of the above. The answer is A. These are all voluntary actions, right? They will be done according to our wishes. Therefore, they are called as voluntary actions. So next, move to the next question. The brain has three such major parts or regions, namely the forebrain, cerebrum, and hindbrain. Forebrain, cerebrum, and cranium. Forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain, cranium, and hindbrain. Then what is the answer for this? Yes, it is option C, forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Involuntary actions are controlled by the midbrain and hindbrain. Brain only. Forebrain, none of the above. Answer is midbrain and hindbrain. Our mouth waters when we see food we like. Our heart beats without our thinking about it. These are voluntary actions. Involuntary action, the first one is voluntary and second one is involuntary. The D involuntary and voluntary. The first one is involuntary action and second one is voluntary action. What is the answer for this? These are involuntary actions, right? Our heart beats without our wishing, right? Wishes. Therefore, these are involuntary action. Obviously, our mouth waters when we see the food what we like, right? These are examples of involuntary actions. The next question is, muscle cells have special that change both their shape and their arrangement in the cell in response to the nervous electrical impulses. The answer is vitamins, proteins, minerals, and none of the above. Answer is proteins. Next, plants do have a nervous system and muscles. Is it right or wrong? Right? It is a false question. It is a false statement. Plants don't have nervous system and muscles, right? It is an obvious question that obviously plants don't have nervous system and muscles. Therefore, the answer is B. Plants show two different types of movements based on structure, growth, transportation, and photosynthesis. The answer is based on growth. Plants show two different types of movements. As animals have specialized proteins in muscle cells, just I said animals have specialized proteins in muscle cells, the plant cells change shape by dash in them resulting in swelling. The muscle cells changing the amount of water, both A and B, none of the above. We know the plants don't have muscles, therefore the answer is obviously B, changing the amount of water. Pea plant climb up other plants or fences by means of roots, leaves, tendrils, both A and B. What is the answer? Yes, it is tendrils. Answer is tendrils. Next question. In phototropic movement of plants and plant shoots and roots, roots respond by bending towards light and shoots respond by bending away from it. Shoots respond by bending towards light and roots respond by bending away from it. Both shoots and roots respond bending towards light. Both shoots and roots respond bending away from light. What is the answer for this? As it is B. Shoots will bend towards the light and roots will bend towards away from the light. Therefore, the answer is B. Upward and downward growth of shoots and roots respectively. Upward movement of shoots and downward movement of roots respectively in response to the pull of earth or gravity is known as respiration, transportation, geotropism, and all of the above. Answer is geotropism. Hydrotropism means what? The growth or turning of plant roots towards or away from the moisture. Towards or away from the moisture is called as hydrotropism. Chemotropism means the growth or movement of a plant or plant part in response to a chemical stimulus. If there is a chemical stimulus, the growth or movement of plant part is known as chemotropism. The growth of pollen tubes towards the ovules is geotropism, hydrotropism, chemotropism, all of the above. Answer is it is chemotropism. Next one, apart from electrical impulses, most multicellular organisms use another means of communication between cells is geotropism, chemical communication, hydrotropism, chemotropism. In multicellular organism, electrical impulses and chemical communication will be responsible for communication between the cells. Therefore, the answer is B. Next one, electrical impulses will be slower compared to chemical communication. Is it right or wrong? Yes, it is a wrong statement. The answer is false. Plant hormone responsible for bend towards light is gibberellins, auxin, cytokinins, pituitary. The answer is B. Auxin is responsible for bending towards the light. Gibberellins help in the growth of stem. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. Gibberellins help in the growth of stem. Cytokinins promote the cell division and it is natural that they are present in greater concentration in areas of rapid cell division such as fruits and seeds. Is it true or false? The answer is A. Next question is inhibiting the growth and wilting of leaves is caused by the dash hormone gibberellins, auxin, cytokinins and abscisic acid. The answer is D. The inhibiting growth means suppressing the growth and wilting of leaves is caused by the abscisic acid hormone, right? Option is D. The hormone adrenaline is secreted from the adrenal glands. True, false? Yes, the answer is true. Next, iodine is necessary for the thyroid gland to make thyroxine hormone. It is true statement. Next, thyroxine hormone is secreted by the adrenal gland, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, none of the above. Answer is thyroid gland. Dash regulates the carbohydrates, protein and fat metabolism in the body so as to provide the best balance for growth. Adrenaline, thyroxine, pituitary, none of the above. Answer is adrenaline or thyroxine regulates the carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. The answer is thyroxine. Next, iodine is the deficient in our diet might cause goitre, cholera, malaria, all of the above. Deficiency of iodine will cause what? Goitre. Deficiency of growth hormone in childhood, it leads to, means deficiency of growth hormone will leads to dwarfism, gigantism, both and none of the above. Answer is dwarfism. Next, growth hormone is secreted by the adrenal glands, pituitary glands, thyroid gland, none of the above. Answer is pituitary gland. Changes associated with puberty are because of secretion of testosterone in females and estrogen in males. Testosterone in males and estrogen in females. Thyroxine and pituitary. The answer is B. Testosterone in males and estrogen in females. Next, insulin in a hormone is a hormone which is produced by the dash and helps in regulating the blood sugar levels. Pancreas, pituitary, thyroid, testosterone. Answer is pancreas. If insulin is not secreted in a proper amounts may cause dwarfism, goitre, jaundice, diabetes. What is the answer? Diabetes. If insulin is not secreted in a proper manner, it may lead to diabetes. When the level of growth hormone is low, the dash releases growth hormone releasing factor which stimulate the pituitary gland to release the growth hormone. Thyroxine, hypothalamus, testosterone, pancreas. What is the answer? Yes, hypothalamus releases growth hormone releasing factor which stimulate the pituitary gland to release the growth hormone. Auxin, gibberellins, cytokinins, abscisic acid and ethylene. These are examples of plant hormones, animal hormones, both A and B, none of the above. Just we discussed auxin, gibberellins, cytokinins are all examples of plant hormones. Answer is A. Next, movement of leaves of the sensitive plant is called as stimulus, nastic movement, tropic movement, none of the above. Yes, the answer is the nastic movement. Auxins are responsible for the cell elongation in shoot, also regulates the growth. Which one is correct? Either 1 or 2. Answer is only 2, only 1, both 1 and 2. D, none of the above. Answer is both 1 and 2 are correct. Auxins are responsible for cell elongation in shoot and also regulates the growth. Gibberellin is responsible for stem elongation. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. Next question is, which of the following is a plant hormone? It is insulin, thyroxine, estrogen, cytokinin. Yes, the answer is cytokinin. The gap between the two neurons is called a dendrite, synapse, axon and impulse. Answer is B. It is synapse. Electrical signal in one neuron is passed to the another neuron by the synapse. That is a chemical message. Through a chemical message, the synapse, the electrical signal in one neuron is transmitted to the other electrical signal. This is the function of synapse. Next question is, the brain is responsible for thinking, regulating the heartbeat, balancing the body. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above is the answer. Next, usage of iodized salt is advisable to avoid the deficiency of iron, calcium, iodine, magnesium. Iodized salt means to increase iodine in the body. Therefore, the answer is C. The nervous system uses the dash to transmit the messages: chemical reactions, electrical impulses, magnetic effect, and none of the above. Yes, the answer is electrical impulses. Chemical coordination is seen in both plants and animals. It is true or false? Yes, it is true. Chemical coordination means hormones are present in both plants and animals. Therefore, the chemical coordination is seen in both plants and animals. So these are the most favorable 50 multiple choice questions. Apart from this, we'll discuss some more topics, right? Growth hormone is secreted by the pituitary gland, that is an endocrine gland which stimulates the growth in all organs. Thyroxine hormone is secreted by the thyroid gland which regulates the metabolism for body growth. Insulin is secreted by the pancreas which regulates the blood sugar level. Testosterone by the testes helps in the development of male sex organs. Estrogen by the ovaries helps in development of female sex organs, regulates the menstruation cycle. Adrenaline hormone by the adrenal gland helps in response to stress and emergency. Releasing hormones by the hypothalamus stimulates the pituitary gland to release hormones. Hypothalamus, pituitary gland, both are interrelated, right? Next question. Chemical messengers are also called as hormones, or hormones are also called as chemical messengers. Next one, control and coordination are the functions of the nervous system and hormones in our body. Control and coordination are the functions of nervous system and hormones, right? The nervous system and hormones will control and coordinate. The responses of the nervous system can be classified as the reflex action, voluntary actions, and involuntary actions. The nervous system uses electrical impulses to transmit messages. The nervous system gets information from our sense organs and acts through our muscles. Chemical coordination is seen in both plants and animals. Hormones produced in one part of an organism move to another part to achieve the desired effect. A feedback mechanism regulates the action of the hormones, means a closed loop feedback is necessary. Therefore, a feedback mechanism regulates the action of the hormones, right? Reflex action are the involuntary actions that occur in response to stimuli. They occur without involvement of conscious areas of brain. Therefore, all the reflex actions are unconscious actions. Reflex actions occur in the brain and spinal cord of the central nervous system. Voluntary actions are those which occur under the control of cerebellum of the brain. Walking is controlled by the brain is used when required. Cerebellum of the brain maintains posture and equilibrium of the body, right? So if you like this video, please do share and subscribe. So thank you one and all.